afternoon, people of the internet. Through this video, I'm announcing my candidacy for the 2016 YouTube elections. I promise more of the videos you love and enjoy, and less Rickrolling. Because if Donald Trump can make it, then a mediocre YouTuber from Argentina also can. Hello guys, today it's election day in Argentina, and we're choosing who's gonna be our president for the next 4 years. So I thought, why not analyze some big screen presidents? Today, I bring you my top 5 presidential movies. Number 5. Before a candidate ends up being elected as president, there's the long process of campaigning. And some great movies have shown this process. Think about George Clooney's The Ides of March or Game Change, based on Sarah Palin's campaign for vice president.
And you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
But for my number 5 spot, I'm choosing Election. I know this movie is not about a national presidential election, but it's so good I couldn't skip it. Alexander Payne adapted and directed this hilarious story about a school president's election. And even though we don't have school presidents here in Argentina, I can imagine there's always a real-life Tracy flick trying to win.
I believe in the voters. They understand that elections aren't just popularity contests.
Number 4. Let's talk about some fictional presidents. There are some badass heads of states, like Harrison Ford's character in Air Force One, or Bill Pullman in Independence Day. There are some charming, sweet presidents too. And obviously, there are some hilarious ones. And no, I'm not talking about you, Kevin James. Pixels was really bad. My number 4 goes to one of the best comedies ever, with one of the longest titles ever. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Although better known for his other films, Stanley Kubrick directed this black comedy about the Cold War, in which Peter Sellers plays 3 different characters, one of them being the President of the United States of America.
One of our base commanders, he had a sort of, well, he went a little funny in the head.
Number 3. It's time to talk about Non-American Presidents. From Meryl Streep's Academy Award-winning performance in The Iron Lady to the very controversial The Interview, Hollywood also makes movies about world leaders. I mean, how many movies are there about Germany's most famous chancellor? But I'm gonna choose a movie about a guy who's a bit nicer than these previous 3 I named. My number 3 spot goes to Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela in Invictus. This movie is not about how Mandela became president, as he's already a president in the beginning, but it's about the Rugby World Cup that was held there during his term. And it was directed by Clint Eastwood, who's a really great director.
But this is no time to celebrate petty revenge. This is the time to build our nation.
Number 2. Now yes, it's time for American presidents. They deserve a whole category because there are so many goddamn movies about them. I'm looking at you, Abraham Lincoln.
A house divided against itself would be better than this.
From Teddy Roosevelt to George W. Bush, you can learn everything there is to know about the residents of the White House from movies. But my favorite United States president is Richard M. Nixon. Or at least there are some great movies about him. And although I could have chosen one of my personal favorite movies, All the President's Men, I'm going for one that actually shows him. The Brilliant Frost Nixon. Based on a series of real interviews conducted by British TV host David Frost, this movie shows Nixon years after the Watergate scandal. Old, but still fighting for his beliefs. A must for every Watergate fanatic.
Are you really saying that in certain situations, the president can decide whether it's in the best interests of the nation and then do something illegal?
I'm saying that when the president does it, that means it's not illegal.
And finally, number 1. We've talked about real and fictional presidents, American and foreign world leaders. But what about the people around the president? I'm talking first ladies, vice presidents, and even their enemies. Sometimes you can learn more about them through these characters. So my number 1 presidential movie is Lee Daniels' The Butler. The movie follows the story of a butler of the White House during the Cold War era, starting with Eisenhower going all the way to Reagan, and even showing some present-day footage. Its amazing cast includes many Oscar winners: Forest Whitaker, Oprah Winfrey, Robin Williams, John Cusack, Alan Rickman, Jane Fonda, I mean even Mariah Carey and Lenny Kravitz are in it. I don't know why this movie didn't get more recognition when it was released, because I absolutely loved it. It reminded me a lot of Forrest Gump, as it covers a long stretch of time during the 20th century in the United States. So that's it, my top 5 presidential movies. Tell me in the comments down below who's your favorite movie president and which other top 5 you'd like me to make. See you next time, and gentlemen, you can't fight in here! This is the war room! Bye.